It's some 17 minutes after 7. You're watching the AM show ahead of the budget reading in Parliament by the Finance Minister tomorrow, Wednesday. There are a couple of things we're doing on the show. One is Roland Walker at the University of Legon campus speaking to economist Professor Bokping. But we're also touching base with our colleagues, our correspondents across the region, and on expectations of this particular budget. So first, we want to make a stop at the Upper West region, where there are lots of expectations. So our understanding is they don't want a reduction in the electricity tariffs, but a reduction rather in fuel prices and import duty on spare parts. So here's my colleague Rafiq Salam, who visited the WA market and came through with his report.
The last time the budget was read was about 8 months ago, and which was the Asempa budget. On Wednesday, the finance minister again will read another budget, and there are a lot of expectations. Today we are at the WA market to speak to the market women, their expectations, and what has changed since the last budget. Farida Mokhtari for the past 1.5 years has been selling cosmetics at the entrance of the WA market. She took over the business from her mother following her death. For Farida, nothing has changed in her business since Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta read the Asempa budget in March.
It has not had any effect on the goods we sell. Things go up drastically every day. Every day. In fact, we are really suffering. In fact, we wish that the government of Ghana will do something about the economy, because he promised to help us. He promised to help us. So at least we are still holding on to his promise that he should help us.
Have you seen any change in your life?
Not really. I haven't. I'm yet to experience change in my life. I'm yet to experience it.
What do you want to be included in the budget?
At least things should be reduced. That the VAT and all those things, it should be reduced. Especially the fuel. Because once fuel goes up, everything it's being affected. Everything is being affected. So I mean, the price of fuel should go down.
Zala Edif is a student and is used to buying products at the WA market. Her reaction to last year's budget was mixed.
I benefit in a way, some of the things, but sometimes I didn't benefit. For example, it got to the time that the fuel increased. So, I'm traveling from here to Japa or anywhere, and then it was 50 cedis. Now it's going to be 60 cedis or 55. So I benefit in a way, and then to the other part, I didn't benefit. Hajia
Odoko has been selling yams for over 2 decades at the WA market. It is through the business that she has been able to take care of her children. Since the Asempa budget was read last March, she and her colleagues have reduced the prices of their products at the market in anticipation of luring more prospective buyers to their fold. However, it did not yield the desired results.
Business is down at the market. Our customers are not buying. They complain that there is no money. As market women, we will be happy if the government gives us loan from Maslock. It will improve our business.
What about taxi drivers? What are they saying about Wednesday's budget? We will also listen to them.
I do not see any help at all, because taxes has just remained as it was. So if fuel and everything has been increased, but tax does not reduce, and at the same time the lorry fare doesn't increase, it means definitely it's not helping with the taxi drivers. I am expecting him to increase the lorry fare, so it will also benefit with the drivers. If he doesn't increase the lorry fare, it won't anyway help us at all.
And so clearly means that you want fuel to be reduced?
Either fuel should be reduced or lorry fare should also be increased.
Basiru Imoru has a spare parts store right at the entrance of the Wakajet here. He has been in the business for over 25 years. For him, the might talk about the reduction of import duty on auto pass is much ado about nothing.
No, they haven't reduced anything yet. They have said it, but now things are increasing. When you are going, they say duties is high. Because of that, we are still suffering. We are still looking about the new government and see how he will do for us. Other than that, we still never see any benefit on it. We are suffering. We want them to reduce the fuel price and then the dollar and then the duty. That is our major problem. Then we can be getting something to help our peoples. Other than that, we are suffering.
Reporting for JoyNews, Rafik Salam. Wow.
And from Wa, we move to Edum in the Ashanti region, where traders say despite the tax incentive, their wares are not being bought.
I
saw leather belts. We heard about the reductions in taxes, but it has not affected the business in any positive way. We buy the belts at the same prices we used to. We bought the belts at 15 and 20 cedis from the importers then, and the prices have not changed.
I
also sell phones and accessories, right? So when you see way back, it was selling a phone like Samsung Note 5. That time it was 1,500, and that time you can sell it at 2,000. Then you get your profit via 500 Ghana cedis, right? Because this time around they have reduced the phone prices, but the market is going slow. So we don't know whether our president, the inflation that it was reduced, that makes the business too slow or what, I don't know. Because when you see phones like Samsung Galaxy S3, S4, all the phones, they have reduced the prices, all the phones. And even though the accessories, they have also reduced the prices. And this time around, the market is going too slow.
The foreign currency, that's the major thing that causes our problem, because our people who used to go to China and bring the goods use the dollar, and now the grid is also not stable. So in that case, but I think it's better than the 2 years ago. It's better.
So have things reduced? Prices of the goods itself?
Yeah.
They've reduced?
Yeah.
But people are not buying?
They are not buying. They are not buying.
She says, we used to avoid the tax collectors until we had our first load every morning. If you make a city from that, we deduct 50 pesos before you find food, and the remaining 50 pesos is not enough for breakfast. So it came as good news when it was abolished. We expect government to help us learn a trade and go back to the northern region. We travel here when the planting season is over because that is the only job we do over there. She says the tax exemption has relieved us a lot. What we need now is a sustainable income. We want to learn a trade and go back home.
And we're trying to monitor what people's expectations are ahead of the budget reading. We're also looking at some of the key things to look out for in tomorrow's budget. But how far have we come after the last budget reading? Roland Walker will have a conversation with the head of the finance department at the University of Ghana, Legon Business School, Dr. Godfred Botming. But before that, here in Accra, Kayaye, the people who carry our goods when we go to the market. Remember, there was this huge noise about certain taxes taken out of their business. Well, they say business is booming now after the tax incentive was, lifted from their shoulders.
The ticket, how much was it?
It's 150 pesos.
Have they stopped collecting that?
Yeah, they stopped.
When?
Since when they vote and saying that they will not collect the tick again.
So now, how is business? How is work?
So now the business is going down.
It's going down.
Sometimes when you come back and you didn't have the money, it's no problem for you. But first, when you don't have money, they take people, they will follow you and say you collect the take. But you don't have money. But when they stop the take, it's good for us.
Yeah. How much were you paying for tickets?
They're paying 50%.
Do they still take the money?
No.
When did they stop taking the money?
See, when they vote.
Pardon?
When they vote, that's what they stop.
Okay, so how is business?
Now, the business is good.
Pardon?
And the business is fine. When we get money, we take for ourselves. We're not getting the money to anybody.